actually solve everything, I can just quickly see if 3 or 7 work. And then if 3 doesn't work and 7 doesn't work, I can put it in the neither section. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if I try 8x equals 56, I'm going to substitute 3 first. So 8 times 3, but 8 times 3 equals 24. So it can't be 3. So let's try 7. 8 times 7 is 56. So I'm going to put that one in this box. 8x equals 56 because that one works. So I'll cross, oops, except I put it in the wrong spot. So let me put that in the right one because it's in 7. So 7 was right. So 8x equals 56. And make sure that you show your work. That's a part of this. This question is worth more than just 1 point because I want to see your work. So make sure that you show your work on these problems so that you can get all of the points. All right, next one. Let's try 3 here. So x plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. So I'm going to try 3. So 3 plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8, and there's no fraction here, so it would still be 3/4. So it would be 8 3/4 equals 8 3/4. So that works. So 3 for that one. So this one here, we'll go in this one. So x plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. All right, so moving on to this one. So x divided by 2 equals 3.5. Well, 3 divided by 2, that equals 1.5, so that doesn't work. And 7 divided by 2, well, half of 7 is 3.5, because 3 times 2 is 6, and then 1/2 times 2 would be 1, so 6 plus 1, that'd be 7. So 7 works for that one, so I'll put that in this box. So x divided by 2 equals 3.5. Okay. This one here, 2 1/4 plus x equals 9 1/8. Well, I can really quickly see nothing plus 1/4, no whole number, is going to give me something with 1/8. So I can know right off the bat that this isn't going to work for either of them. So I'm going to put it down here. So 2 1/4 plus x equals 9 1/8. Now, just to be sure, I can look. 2 1/4 plus 3 would be 5 1/4. So that doesn't work. And 2 1/4 plus 7 would be 9 1/4, not 9 1/8. So again, I know for sure it can't be either. All right, and then the last one, same thing again. Oh, no, not the same thing. So let's check. So we've got x minus 2.56. So let's try 3 first. So 3 minus 2.56. All right, well, I have to line that up so that I can actually subtract. So I'm going to do 3.00 because I'm going to need those for those 2 decimals here, minus 2.56, because remember when I am subtracting decimals, I have to line up my decimals. 0, 0 can't do it, so I have to borrow. So now I have 2, make that a 10, borrow from that, so that's 9, and now I can make this a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4, 2 minus 2 is 0. Oh, look, that's exactly what I was looking for. So 3 works, so this one can go here. So x minus 2.56 equals 0.44. So again, for this kind of question, you could solve each equation just real quick and just figure out what x is, and then you could put it in the right spot. Or you could do what I did and substitute 3 and substitute 7, try each one to see if it works. And if one of them works, put it in that box. And if neither of them works, you'll put it in that bottom box. Either way, is a perfectly fine strategy. Just make sure that you show your work on the test. This is the most important thing, is showing your work. All right, question number 2. We've got Ed's birthday is less than, check it out, we've got it right here, less than 16 days away. Anne writes the inequality D is less than 15, where D equals the number of days to represent this. Is Anne correct? And we need to explain. So it already told us it's less than 16 days. She wrote less than 15. So 15 is less than 16, but it could be that it's just 15 and a half days, which isn't less than 15. So we would write Anne is not correct because even though 15 is less than 16, there are fractions between 15 and 16. Also, now if we think about this, 15 is less than 16. So if we said it's less than 16 days, it could be 15 days. But she said it's less than 15 days. So she's saying it can't even be 15. So we would also say Anne's inequality doesn't include 15 either. This is not correct. So for a problem like this, where you don't have to show any work, you don't have to do any adding, subtracting, no math, make sure you give me a good explanation. The better explanation you give me, where you're showing me you understand the most, the better your grade for that will be. This is going to be worth more than just 1 point. So the better your explanation is, the more points you will get. All right, number 3. Which graph represents the solutions of the inequality P is greater than 10? All right, so P is greater than 10. Well, if it's greater than, we know it has to be an open circle. Oh, well, these all have open circles. Okay. But we also know the open circle has to be on 10. So it can't be this one, and it can't be this one because it has to be on 10. So it's one of these two. Now, if I couldn't remember if this was greater or less, I could look and I see it's pointing this way. So I know my arrow has to also point this way. So, oh, this arrow right here is pointing this way. So it's got to be A. Now, if you are not remembering how to do the inequalities and graphing inequalities, go into our Google Classroom and scroll down to the lesson videos. We've got this video about inequalities, and then there are extra videos about inequalities. But also, you've got lots of notes, so use your notes. All right, moving on. Number 4, so choose all the equations that are true if x equals 9. So we're just going to substitute 9 in for x for all of them. So this first one, we're going to see if 32.54 minus 23.54 equals 9. So let's try it. So 32.54 minus 23.54. All right, line up my decimal. That's 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, borrow. That's 2. So now I have 12 minus 3. 12 minus 3 is 9. 2 minus 2 is 0. So that would, yep, that's 9. So that one is true. Okay. X divided by 27. So 9 divided by 27 equals 3. Okay. Some of you might see this and say, oh yeah, that's right. But remember, it has to be in the correct order. 9 divided by 27 is not 3. 27 divided by 9 is 3. So this one is not true. I am not going to put a check there. All right. 3/8 x equals 3 and 3/8. Ooh, you guys, this one's fractions, but you can do this. So we've got 3/8 times 9 equals 3 and 3/8. Okay, so I have 3/8 times 9. And remember, when I multiply fractions, I need to put a 1 underneath. And multiplying just straight across. So 3 times 9, that is 27. 8 times 1 is 8. Okay, let's see. I'm going to divide 27 divided by 8 to see what my whole number is. So 27 divided by 8, well, 8 times 3 is 24. 27 minus 24, that's 3. Okay, yeah, so this is my whole number, 3. This is my top, my numerator, and my denominator, 3/8. So yeah, that one works. All right, this one, 8.7 plus x equals 17. All right, so 8.7 plus 9 should be 17, 9.0. All right, so that's 7, bring down my decimal, 9, so that's 17.7. Nope, that doesn't work. All right, and then the last one, 5x, so 5 times 9, 9 times 5 is 45. So this one works. So again, for a problem like this, even though you're checking just boxes, you need to make sure that you show your work. If you show your work, you will get more points. Next one, number 5. Noah wrote that 6 plus 6 equals 12. Then he wrote that 6 plus 6 minus n equals 12 minus n. Are his equations balanced? Well, let's see. So if I have my balance, right? And over here I have 6 plus 6. And then I have 12. So far that's balanced because 6 plus 6 is 12. So if I take n away from here, I don't know what n is, but if I take it away here, and then I take the same amount over here, then yeah, it's still balanced. So I will say yes, they are balanced. And the reason they're balanced is because he did the same thing on both sides. So I'm going to write that. They are balanced because I need you guys to remember, anytime it says explain, you need a because. So they are balanced because he did the same thing on both sides of the equation. So they are balanced. All right, moving on. Number 6, Mr. Daniels is organizing a class trip. He wants to spend less than $900. Okay. The bus rental costs $600, and Mr. Daniel will also buy tickets that cost $9.50 per student. Okay. Write an inequality to represent the number of students Y that Mr. Daniels can bring on the trip. Okay. So I know the total cost has to be less than $900. So less than $900. Remember, less is left. Okay. And then I know the bus rental costs $600. Okay. And so he has to pay for the bus rental and the students' tickets. And the students' tickets are $9.50 per student. So I have to multiply $9.50 times the number of students. And the number of students would be Y. So it would be $9.50 times Y, the number of students, plus the $600 cost of the bus has to be less than $900.